no, I ain't.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another hour, the Eskwilax Hour. I'm sometimes your host, Efrain Martinez. You know, the Eskwilax Hour will bring you live painting, artist interviews, local issues. And right before we start, we do have some dope artists today talking about his work, his background, and then later on we'll have an artist talking about more aiming towards the DACA and what happened this past weekend. But right now, before we go into any of that, we're actually going to talk about what happened last night, lo que pasó ayer en la... ¿No sabes a qué horas fue?
En la ciudad de Oaxaca pasó casi el terremoto, pasó como a las 12:15 por ahí. Aquí estamos así como a las 10 de la noche y ahorita vengo a soportar a mis paisanos, apoyando, estoy dando a rifar estos dos artes míos.
Oh, sí,
Y ahorita estoy haciendo voy a hacer una rifa hoy en la noche, que estoy vendiendo los boletos a $10, a ver si quieren apoyar a todos los paisanos de dos de mis piezas. Y ahorita vamos a estar por Ponchos Clayudas en South Centro, en la Main. Acá tengo la dirección, 4918 South Main. Ahí voy a estar ahorita de 4 a 10 de la noche, vendiendo boletos, $10, los que quieren apoyar a nuestros paisanos de Oaxaca desde Los Ángeles, California. Es algo muy, muy fuerte lo que pasó, nuestros paisanos, si quieren ayuda, y en eso estoy ahorita en este, ¿cómo se llama?
El show de Eskwilax.
Es de Eskwilax, ahí apoyando a mis paisanos, y gracias por...
¿Y ya llamaste a la familia allá?
Sí, todo bien, todo bien. Están espantados, están asustados, pero estamos echándole ganas. Ahorita necesitamos ayuda, necesitamos agua, necesitamos poco de dinero para pagar los albergues y todo eso. Sí, y ahorita estamos apoyando, sí, está muy fuerte la economía, ¿no? Y ahorita lo que está pasando con el Estado y todo eso está confligiendo muchas cosas. Por eso ahorita estamos apoyando a los artistas de Los Ángeles que estamos radicando en Oaxaca, California. Y ahorita lo que queremos es el apoyo de toda la gente y necesitamos que compren boletos a $10 hoy en la noche, hoy a las 4, empezamos desde las 4 o 5. Y pues, ahora sí que queremos la ayuda de aquí de Los Ángeles y para todos los paisanos. Y gracias por darme chance de estar acá, ahora sí en vivo, y poniendo mi arte y exhibiendo un poquito de...
Pues ahorita nomás como es algo que pasó muy, como dicen,
rápido,
muy rápido,
porque nadie se esperaba. Nomás estaban esperando los ¿cómo se llama?
Huracán Irma.
Ándale.
Irma, ¿no?
Y nos ganó la
pues,
sí. Quien dice, ahorita queremos que estar más pues apoyándonos entre unos a otros, ¿no? Somos seres humanos y somos de diferentes países, y por eso estamos aquí, todos los artistas apoyando a nuestro arte, y pues la gente que nos apoya, ¿no? Que nos da el soporte para estar aquí adelante.
Pues toman cosas así para que uno
entienda
que nomás,
exactamente.
Como dices, somos
artistas,
humanos.
Somos humanos y estamos ahí, te digo, echándole a la comunidad, ¿no? La comunidad, y estamos los artistas ofreciendo todo el arte que tenemos, ¿no? Y muchos artistas muy asombrosos, ¿no?
Okay. Bueno, pues gracias por pasar, y ya como vamos a hacer otro episodio después, cuando vienes y ya platicamos de tu arte.
Ok, muchísimas gracias.
Haces.
Sí. Estamos en Los Ángeles, California. Estamos Micla Arte. Me llamo Miguel Ángel Méndez Ruiz y radico aquí en Los Ángeles, y cuando quieran, aquí estamos. Tengo mi página de Instagram, Micla Arte, los que me quieren seguir, y ahí estamos. Gracias.
Ahora, mi chavo.
Thank you.
Josie, you want to say something about how it affected Guatemala, Chiapas?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was kind of, okay. Hey everyone. Well, thank you, Milarte and Efrain, for introducing and explaining a little bit in what happened with the earthquake last night. It was last night, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it was
That's what
last
they
night,
said.
and I'm glad we were able to put together at least a small segment
Right.
as a moment of tribute, and yeah, and thank you.
And also the people that were affected in Guatemala and
Guatemala,
Chiapas
yeah.
too, because it was I guess it was a massive earthquake that affected Oaxaca, but since Oaxaca is so big and the United States doesn't know for sure how big it is or how populated it is, because it's little small pueblos, within that big landscape of a city. So it's just one piece of the city, and the rest is just like a jungle that it's distributed. Different cultures, different dialects within that sector that everybody's kind of like scattered around that was affected. So it's hard to reach out there.
You quickly called your family in Oaxaca, your grandparents, right? And they said that they didn't feel the earthquake, but that the areas around there did. Where's your grandparents from again?
Okay. From San Andres, yeah.
San Andres, right?
Yeah.
San Andres, Oaxaca. But
And
I'm glad.
And also we haven't reached
and I
out
guess
to
in Guatemala, in the area where my parents are from, Eskwilax. I'm not actually sure, to be honest. I've been out of work all day since last night and this morning. Now I just came to the show, but I hope everything's okay out there. But definitely, everybody that can help or is out there helping,
please,
definitely
forward
shout
your
out.
info to us, and then we can
I
forward.
know we didn't
our
get to
info.
introduce you quickly, and we're here, but thank you, Jesse, right?
Jesse, yeah.
JesseJfr? Sorry.
Jesse.
Jesse.
Okay,
I
cool.
think I can help with this whole Pam thing.
Cool. That's awesome, but just wanted to say your name because we kind of jumped into both, but
Oh,
definitely.
it's okay. The earthquake's more important.
Yeah.
And we're just lucky there wasn't like a tsunami or.
Well, they're
anything
still
too
informed. Some places are still notified that there might be a tsunami, alarm. But for the most part, we're hoping it's not, right? But yeah, like she said, let's kind of like.
Let's
not-
keep
let's
informing
move-
each other on what's going on, right?
Right,
And
but-
stay aware, and if anybody can help, definitely.
But in the meantime,
And also thank you, Meatla, because he's doing basically a raffle.
Right.
So definitely check out his page and his work, and thank you for being here today. And send that, but
Very cool.
cool. And
So-
thank you for being here today yet again. As you guys have seen, well, I put a flyer, a couple of us put some of your work on Instagram, but
Thank you.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jesse. I go by JesseJfr.
This guy's cool.
It's you can't see him because the green screen behind us, so he's like invisible. It's actually really cool.
We'll explain why he's invisible in a few minutes.
Because we're not really sitting in the street.
Right.
Oh, look at there's Stimpy behind us. Oh, look.
It's
That's
a
actually
universe
pretty
now.
cool.
Right.
It's like we're on hard drugs or something. So like I was saying, my name's JesseJfr. I do a lot of sort of nerdy paintings, reference like Star Wars or Simpsons, but I also do a lot of avocado reference art.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Okay.
like I'll do UFO avocados or like Ninja Turtle avocados.
And how did this did you become a vegetarian, a vegan, or was it more of a avocado fetish that led to the avocado drawings?
I don't think I've used the word fetish before, although I think I might start just because it'd be pretty funny.
Right.
But no, I just like avocados and the shape of them, and a lot of people relate to them somehow. I didn't know that when I started, but I've been sketching them for like a really long time, and then it just sort of naturally happened where I started working them into like different like a Mayan scene or like UFO culture or whatever I'm like
That's
into.
so creative.
That's cute. And then I noticed the Ninja Turtles pins that you did with the avocado.
Yeah, I did avocado Ninja Turtles. I call them Ninjacados.
They're not cicados.
too because he's green.
But they're avocados.
That's really rad. That's dope. It's magic. Yeah, that's my UFO one.
That's what you can see.
There we go.
Okay, it's visible.
Yeah, there you go. And we got Blinky on a green card backing, so we got a lovely cityscape behind him.
What do people tell you is the reason that they identify with avocados?
Every now and then it'll be like, oh, my family has been growing avocados for decades, and it's like in my blood, and that's always super cool.
Yeah.
They'll like buy a piece and they'll take it to their like
They're native
family
to
house.
California, right? And to the coast too.
I'm sorry?
They're like native to California and to like Mexico.
Yeah,
Like,
California is like known for 11 avocados, so it sort of worked out. And then we're also next to Fallbrook, which is the avocado capital of the world.
nice.
Which was unbeknownst to me until
You know,
a couple
fun
years
fact.
ago.
Right.
But they're all really, really nice people too. They do an avocado festival once a year,
Cool.
and it's pretty rad.
Have you been invited or kind of like reached out to them to, somehow host some of your characters out there, the avocado characters?
Yeah, everybody in that community is super rad. They're all really into their community, and they have avocado art everywhere. So like I was in the local avocado fudge store for a couple years.
Okay,
I had
nice.
a piece up and some of my candles, and it's pretty cool.
Oh, damn,
But
dope,
yeah, I
dope.
love that town. Pretty
Sorry,
cool.
where is that?
Fallbrook, California.
Albrecht? Oh, okay.
Fallbrook.
Is that like the
Fallbrook,
valley?
Avocados and thugs.
That's
No, they're not really thugs.
Avocados.
I just thought it sounded funny.
No, but they have
Next
taken,
series.
I would say they have taken Californians, like, now the, eating healthy, eating your greens is, it's been implemented a little bit more than usual. It's like, it's kind of a rigorous thing now, you have to eat healthy in order to kind of just, function, no GMOs, kind of stuff like that. So, kind of referencing the avocado, I guess it's like a whole green effect thing.
Yeah, a lot of health junkies relate to it. I'm obviously not the healthiest person in the world, and
I couldn't tell.
what do you mean?
it's all it's the baby face. But a lot of health junkies and a lot of vegans, and there's just so many people relate to avocados that just sort of
I love
worked out
avocado.
beautifully. Sorry, I wasn't close enough.
No, that's okay.
Now you can hear me. So yeah, a lot of vegans, a lot of health nuts, and a lot of conscientious people, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. The avocado's magic, I guess. Who would have known?
And
I don't
I
make the
seen it
rules.
tattooed, which I've been surprised on how a few tattoo artists have been able to pull it off. Yeah, because or also just like a without
Just an
without the
awkward,
water.
like
right.
green.
Look at this one. This is creative.
Thanks.
The diamond and the avocado.
Yeah, like a little diamond instead of a seed. Just
Ah.
like sort of a reference to me making a living off avocados and doing what I'm passionate about.
Nice.
So,
I agree.
I see a lot of kind of like a reference to flash art.
yeah, I love tattoo culture.
Flash art or that's
Like tattoo flash.
Oh,
like,
okay, cool.
it's like, yeah, sort of what you got on your skin
Ah,
right there.
okay.
Right there, I'm just
Cool.
gonna show it
It's,
off. Alex so tatted it.
Yes, the tattoo flash stuff is really cool because with all the new shows and everything on TV, tattoo culture has been widely accepted now compared to like 10, 20 years ago when
Right.
Definitely.
tattoos were like still really taboo. So now with those shows and everything, it makes it really easy to like relate to, and everybody's like really into it all of a sudden. Well, it's been more than like 5 years, but everybody's like really into tattoos, and
Yeah.
so I just sort of mashed that up with stuff from when I'm growing up, like the Ninja Turtles
Right.
and avocados or whatever, like the Planet Express piece or whatever. I'll use a lot of roses or like sacred imagery.
Right. Now,
The Planet
I like that one
Express
too.
piece?
My
that
sacred
one-
avocado heart. I actually tattooed that on my neck. Like not myself, but someone put it on for me.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, damn.
That's really cool.
That's
really cool.
devotion.
My Gizmo,
Gizmo.
he's the man.
Oh, you have a sticker of him, or no? Is that a sticker?
Yeah, we got some stickers of Gizmo. I brought you guys
Gizmo
some,
stickers, for
I got
everybody.
some stickers and
see.
some pins and
And don't give it to your
A
lover
holy
before
Gizmo.
midnight.
what? I'm sorry.
Give it to your lover before midnight.
Yeah, there you go. And don't get them wet.
JesseJfr. It's so cool.
Thanks.
Really cool. This is the Gizmo?
That's a Gizmo. Well, his name's Gizmo. He's actually a Mogwai
A Mongoloid?
from a mystical shop.
Oh, nice. I like that. I like the, what would you said you would call it the menage to like the tattoo like culture, a little bit of your style?
Yeah, so I don't use the outlines on Gizmo, but it's still sort of a tattoo feel to it. He's
okay.
got the whole Sacred Heart on his chest, and
You're right.
it's a
You're
symmetrical, and it's got the flare in the background going from light to dark. So there's a lot of nods to tattoo culture, but
Nice.
it's not all
Even
of
the
it.
color, just like you said, just the flare itself on the roses, and
Hey, there's my money. He's sideways, but that's cool.
This is
Looks like he's
one of you guys?
breakdancing.
yeah, that is that guy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's him.
That's him.
That's
But,
the
you know,
invisible money. He's an avocado, sorta. Hey, there's me.
I like that. That's really nice.
That's really
Um,
cute.
Do you take your art? I mean, you have, of course, seen it to art shows and like the art walk in downtown. Or?
Yeah, I do as many events as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I think the more you're out there in front of people, the more people accept you, I guess. Not that that's what I'm looking for. I don't need to be accepted. No, I'm just joking. I do.
For all the single ladies.
But yeah, the events are really fun because it's one thing on Instagram when someone likes your image and or they leave a comment. It's like, yeah, cool. But when it's in person and like you see them react to it and it reminds them of something from when they were growing up, or it reminds them of their brother, or whatever it may be, it's completely different because you're like connecting. And I'm not even, I'm not painting it right there. It's already done. They feel something from it, and I could see them react to it. And that's probably the most addicting part of everything that I'm doing is talking to everybody and seeing them react.
Right.
Nice.
I would agree. I mean, a lot of the good vibes we've been having with all the artists here on the Eskwilax Hour have been by people that are happy doing what they like to do and expressing all the networking they have done and how they've
just
been
the creativity that they
accepted,
that they accepted,
doing what
yeah.
they're doing.
But it's fun to hear it from people that go out and see it from different sectors of even like you said, even within California, we don't know certain parts of what's going on out there. Like I wasn't even aware about the whole avocado community.
Oh yeah, I guess it exists. I didn't know about it either.
Right.
I was just doodling avocados, and then this happened.
And then
Like,
somebody
oh.
just say, hey, you know what? Join join
Yeah,
the group.
and so it's always somebody sees what you're doing. They're like, "Hey, did you know this?" And they're just exactly what you said,
It's just-
networking, and everybody's.
just
and then in the
fun.
art community, everybody's such a sweetheart. Anyways, everybody's super nice, so everybody's looking out for each other.
Right,
And
especially in this.
it's like a family.
I would call it the DIY era because everything that's done is is self-taught. You kind of just input a little bit of yourself out there, and hopefully somebody likes it and could connect with it, and that way pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely. There's never been a better time to want to be an artist or do something on your own. I mean, like, I didn't go to school for painting. I just learned everything off YouTube like I do everything else. It's like free information.
Right.
Like, as long as you're not lazy, you can learn how to do.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah, no, I just a friend of mine had given me a whole bunch of paint stuff, and I always did pencil work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided I wanted to paint, so I just went on YouTube and
Is that
just
one of your paintings
watched
back
other
there?
people. Oh yeah, that's like a little promo photo my buddy Gary Lopez did for me. He's an amazing person and pretty talented. It looks like I'm
Nice.
actually there.
Right.
Roger Rabbit was like my jam growing up. I'd watch it on
Right,
repeat.
that's really cool.
Yeah, I love it. So fulfilled a childhood dream right there.
Sorry, how long did you say you've been doing the art for?
I've been painting for like 7 years at
Oh, yeah.
least, but I've
'Cause
only
you say you were
been
drawing-
full-time about 3 years.
Cool.
Oh, nice,
That's
nice.
really
And how does it feel, from going to just doing it as a hobby or as a part-time thing to doing it as full-time and always just, just constantly just trying to get new ideas, meeting new people, and just putting
This
new
is
work out
really
there?
beautiful, solid work.
Thank you very much. It
It's a
feels
lot of
great.
work.
I mean, it's I've never done anything else that's been more gratifying than like creating stuff and getting feedback and
Cool.
actually being able to make a living off it.
Right.
I mean, I'm not like rich or anything, but I'm like
But
Yeah,
it's
I'm doing it.
sustainable, you know. It's like
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
something that
It's
you
paying
know
for itself.
at least doesn't push you to like just like be like a machinery, just jamming out, you know. Art.
Yeah, well, I'm slow. I'm really slow. But you know, sometimes I could pop things out quickly.
Avocados take a long time to grow.
Exactly. So
So he puts his heart in
I'll
effort.
just
to-
write off that. Yeah.
How long
Avocados are
it takes?
slow, so-
I forgot. I thought it used to say it took 100 years to grow a full-grown
Really?
avocado tree for it to finally give the best avocados. But that was just like
That's
an
just
old
hearsay,
myth, yeah.
Tall tales.
Yeah.
You know,
I know olive
back in the
trees
old
take a long
times, you know.
time.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know that. I heard that. So
You know, but that's
You
But
heard it
no,
here.
but they probably wouldn't make so many avocados if it took that long.
well, they're
to-
expensive for a reason, right?
They are expensive.
Yeah.
But
There's something
definitely-
going on.
A
I don't
lot
know
of
exactly.
water.
I'll get to the bottom of it and I'll come back next month. Do some
You know.
investigative work. What's your dog's name?
This is Fifi.
Yeah, Fifi,
Fifi?
she's one of the hosts, you know, but she's in and out, you know, right now I guess she's worn out trying to chase.
Yeah, because she goes everywhere with us, so she's been going to.
She's
to
wary of me.
work and-
I love dogs, but I don't know if she's having it.
Hey, you don't love dogs as much as avocados, though.
That'd be so
Dogs
cute
are-
if
dogs
Fifi
are
had a
the
little
shit.
avocado instead of a heart. No, I'm just kidding. Because she see how she has like a little heart?
Little white heart on her
Yeah,
forehead.
it could be a little
Nice.
avocado.
Fifi.
So, are you going to any further events this upcoming months or so? You know, just so the viewers know in case they want to see the avocado up in person, because I guess we're not doing justice for the avocado at the moment because it's a green screen and the avocado is green, right?
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but at least it's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, I'll be at.
I think so. Let me see if we could get a closer look on the avocado
Yeah, some of it
UFO.
does
Call that
disappear.
missing time.
All right.
Missing time, you said?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
isn't that
Oh,
funny?
yeah,
Actually,
but-
the picture in our background is like a version of it,
Oh, really?
like behind us.
Oh, my
All
God.
right, let me
Look
see.
behind us.
Oh, behind us. Oh, let's zoom out to the picture. Where?
Nice.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he
I
does.
know what's going on
I
here.
can
Now
see
we
the
can see the painting.
Oh.
Watch, look at the painting. Let's use this. Here, let me see that painting.
oh.
Yes. Tell us about your painting.
But I think we there it
This
is.
is an acrylic?
As oil?
Oil.
Oil,
Oh,
yes.
nice.
I use oil because I'm extremely slow, and I could blend. With
Right.
acrylic, I can't do that because I'm so slow.
Nice.
But I use acrylic when I do the vinyl pieces, the Kid Robot, like the Dunnies or the Labbits or
All right.
the Monies.
In the
whatever
media
those
that you
wacky
use for
things are called.
was it an actual avocado or?
No, it's just a piece of wood, and I
Oh,
just
okay.
cut a hole in his face.
Okay, I see.
I could see you're working a nice, shop and stuff. People would definitely want to have. Look how it's so cute. It's so creative. It's
Thanks.
fresh.
Just wanna
It's like
eat 'em.
if you create it, and you put it out there, somebody's gonna fall in love with it.
Thanks. And I think that goes with pretty much everything everybody creates. There's like so many people in the world, like as long as you create something and then put it out there, somebody out there is going to enjoy it. So
Alright.
it's always worth making something if you've been wanting to try it out.
Exactly, and that's good. For your media, the media that you use, for the most part, it's oil, and for the dummies, you
Use acrylic for this, or like I'll do a spray paint base.
Spray
and then
paint base.
do the details with acrylic.
Oh,
Or like
yeah.
today I'm going to paint a Labbit, but with him I'm going to use acrylic and.
Is that one of your?
I don't make those. Like
Oh.
they're just molds of like vinyl,
Oh, I know.
like little statues. So
Statues,
just like
right.
him.
And you just
And,
implement your
people
own.
customize them and do
know.
weird zany things to them.
Cool.
That's good. That's
See
good.
collaborations.
But even just
Yeah.
but going beyond it and just like, okay, I'm not just gonna use just the shape itself, but I'm gonna add
Nice.
something to it.
Yeah,
and
it's sort of
you know,
step
the-
it up a little bit.
Right.
There's
That's
Gizmo.
good.
You got all
That's
the
Gizmo.
images.
He's
It's a
fun.
lot. It's a really. cool
And then you did a various UFOs, the Sacred Heart avocado,
My sacred avocado.
right? And then the UFO avocados, the invasion.
Besides art, do you have like other things that you're into in the art world as well?
Let's see. I love dogs.
Dogs?
I love, yeah, I
That's
love dogs. I love toys, obviously. I never grew out of that.
You collect them?
Yeah, I collect toys.
That's awesome.
Sort of too
Angel
much.
kind of collects them.
So I have a bunch of Kid Robot stuff, and then I also collect like old Ninja Turtle stuff. I
Nice.
just have shelves of it and like boxes of it. And it's ridiculous, and I should
That's
stop
dope.
doing it. But it's fun, and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of Comic Cons, so I'm able to like buy pieces of like
Or
toys
trade
that
them
I
out.
already have,
Okay.
and like complete it. So I completed my Technodrome from my Ninja Turtle toys.
Nice.
It's
see?
never mind. It's
No,
okay.
no, no, no,
No, it's
go
okay.
ahead.
I'm just playing. It's
That's why-
yeah, it's really fun. The
That's
toys
That's,
are awesome.
that's good though.
I mean,
but
art is really important, especially like these moments right now. I mean, I know we're gonna have a couple guests talk about DACA and a little bit of the political turmoil and reality of a lot of people here in LA and around the world. And I know that art has been a huge portion of a lot of these movements, and so art to us or to people that make art. I'm not just saying like all art has some kind of political meaning, but it definitely touches a lot of people, you know, where they can identify with something even if you've never met them before or it's the first time they met your work, you know. Something that you create is really natural, so I feel like a lot of people would be very accepting to it. Or like sometimes there's more art that's a little bit more difficult, or people don't really understand like what it means or how they can relate to it for some reason. If they see like some kind of Picasso piece that is just a bunch of like art, a bunch of like colors, and then people would be like, well, I don't know, what does that mean? I don't know. I feel like I like that your art is very clear and very present, and if you wanted to, people who are trying to give a message out there, you know, they could collaborate with you and like use your art for like a flyer or, you know, a poster, because people can relate to it. Like you say, like there's people that relate to avocados as some people can relate to situations in reality and whatnot, you know?
Absolutely.
But definitely thank you for bringing your work, and I'm excited to see your art, your live art. We had scheduled it around 4:30. Did you said you're gonna paint this little guy right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna paint this labbit.
Nice. You already have your paint laid out?
Yeah, I gotta sort of get everything situated a bit, but I'll keep quiet over here.
Yeah, sounds good. But your cards, have they been, let me see these. Have they been taken somewhere? I really like these.
You can
look
have
like
it.
They can be at a store or something. Thank you.
Nice, thanks.
You know.
You like Futurama?
So
Yeah.
do you have a tattoo shop that you occasionally go to, that you have reached out and shown your art to? You said you go Comic-Con. It's like a different aspect of most artists, you know, take. Yeah, I mean, it's a different step. You know what I mean? Especially since you do avocado, but since you incorporated it with, you know, I see Ninja Turtles. You do.
Well, that's your business card?
Yes,
Nice.
and my cell phone. So
You know,
don't be texting too
the
late.
personal number.
Yeah.
You said don't be texting today. I mean, I'm sure you do maybe, I don't know, you would sketch somebody like an avocado if you would do a portrait.
I don't really do portraits, but
Oh, okay.
I do design people's tattoos, even though I don't tattoo. People do ask me to design them a tattoo, and
Wow, that's
cool.
cool.
Okay, so
I'm down with
that was my question. You know,
Yeah,
so-
so that sort of mixes those two worlds.
Right.
And then I'm buddies with like a couple people that work in shops, and it's just a cool world, the whole tattoo thing.
Right. No, it's nice because like she was saying, like I could see it in tattoo shops, and I could also see it in a Comic-Con. Yeah, because the whole just playing with the characters, and then also your tattoo flash has like Futurama, you know, Simpsons character stuff for that, right?
Yeah, it's like a cross. That's why I like doing. You heard of Muse Inc., Travis Barker's tattoo convention? I get a booth at that show every year because it's like the perfect combination of tattoo culture and like the Comic-Con vibe. It's like live music. There's a bunch of like awesome people with art all over their bodies.
And what brought you to go to your first Comic-Con? Or
Trying to sell art. I was like, I'm gonna get a booth at one of these and see if I have fun, and it was extremely fun. And
Nice.
And how did you go about it for
No.
people?
for my first time,
Yeah.
I just emailed it was Long Beach Comic Con, which is really
The
fun.
Complex Con.
No, not Complex. Complex is really rad though. It was Long Beach Comic Con. They do it twice a year. It's like it's like a smaller con than like San Diego and like WonderCon. So it was like perfect for me to get into, and everybody's really nice, and it was pretty easy. And I actually split the booth with my buddy Omar from I Am Retro. So we had a bunch of Kid Robot toys and like really cool like video games, and then we had half art on my side. So it was like we did that a few times. They're really cool people at I Am Retro.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, just like going out and saying, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go out and put my art. Hopefully somebody sees it. Hopefully somebody, you know, at least acknowledges it. And for the most part, it's been rewarding for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I work harder now than I've worked for any job ever. I'm doing like I don't get to sleep sometimes or whatever it is, but it's like incredibly rewarding. So, like I used to be a banker, and it was stressful and it took up a lot of time, and I made good money, but it was like, you know, it wasn't my thing.
It wasn't really your thing.
Yeah.
So I work harder now, but I have fun, and I'm around awesome people all the time. All the artists that I do.
Your work shows it. It shows that you enjoy, you know, doing it. You know what I mean?
Sweet, thanks, dude.
You're welcome. No, I don't see no hesitation.
Is that Mickey Mouse?
That's Ren,
Ren.
pretending to be Mickey Mouse. That's when he pretended to be a rat, so the people in the house would hire his friend Stimpy, who's a cat, of course, to get Stimpy out of the house, who was posing as a rat. I guess that's the famous rat.
So I would say you like to reference a lot of 90s, you know, 80s cartoons.
Yeah, my childhood has a heavy influence on what I think is funny, and usually that has everything to do with what I'm painting. Well, not everything's funny, but I like to keep things light and make people smile with what I paint. Really, it's for me, but you know, just coincidentally, a lot of people grew up when I was growing up, so we all like the same shit.
Right. And a lot of people that even didn't grow up within that time frame and have parents that did or no
True
relatives,
that,
so they get introduced to the, you know, that that
because we get some
generation.
youngins, and we
And
get,
there's a bar in downtown that still markets on the whole, you know, old school gaming systems. You know,
with all the pinball machines and everything.
pinball machines.
I love
or
that.
the arcade. It's kind of like an arcade, right? It's like
God,
a
what
bar.
is that place called? I feel bad bringing it up. Barcade?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That place is rad.
You see, so it's like, you know, it pushes into the notion that, you know, the new and the old, or the somewhat new and somewhat old is being mixed and matched within our generation, and for allowing such creativity as such the avocado to kind of like flourish out there. You know what I mean?
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
No.
And thanks for having me, guys. This has been pretty fun.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I like your dog.
Maybe while we set up, we'll probably do a commercial.
Do
I
your
know
thing, and
the
I'll
street
just keep
team
to myself over here.
has been out there going to a couple of events, and so I like when they record and take pictures and share with us on their adventures. So definitely
Our street team,
shout out
which
to
is,
the street team.
you know, also us, you know, just going to different events. Like we said, if you do have any events, you know, coming up or so, let us know. We still have time to put up, you know, the flyer out there.
I'll be at Stanley's Kamikaze. I'll be at Patches and Pin Expo, which should be really fun. Doing another patch and pin show. I'm somewhere almost every weekend. So if you jump on my Instagram at JesseJfr.
I see you're super active.
Yeah, I'll post where I'm going to be that weekend or that day, and everybody's always welcome, and it's normally a lot of fun.
Oh, nice. So you're not private, right? So everybody can see.
No,
you.
yeah, it's I'm all in the open.
He's an open
No
guest.
privacy.
No, but definitely will allow you to set up and like we said, we like everybody's input on the topics that we're going to discuss because it's a topic that isn't just just something brushed off, but there are topics that are being going to be discussed that we would like to hear everybody's input on the matter.
Of course.
While you're painting, so you don't seem just so isolated into the painting, like by
Or
yourself.
if you do like to. Because you're going to paint it's like a little rabbit, right?
Yeah, he's like a pig rabbit.
Pig rabbit.
I don't know.
Do you
He's
have
weird.
a design on it already?
Yeah, I already sketched it in pencil, and so it'll make it
Okay,
easier for
cool.
me to just.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be that diamond avocado thing.
The diamond avocado?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw one of those
Oh,
on.
okay, cool.
Oh, nice. All right. Well,
Yay, that should be fun.
yeah, anything else?
Cool.
Sweet, thanks guys.
All right.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Fifi.
And commercials. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Do you need like another chair or
Chair lighting.
is that a good setup right there?
Yeah, I guess it'll be fine right here.
You think you can
Do you guys have like a plastic cup I can use for water?
some water? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I think we do. Let's get that set up. And I'll leave Josie to,
You guys can each pick a pin. Grab some stickers.
Thank you.
You can break my heart forever if you want to. I'll play the
What's that? Oh, hello? Yeah, it's green.
We're good.
Yeah, the R2. Yeah, I'll take the chair. Sweet, thanks.
This one, yeah. Oh, and we never got him the water. Did you need like a little cup and shit?
What's
Or you
that?
got some water already?
The what?
A cup of water?
Oh yeah, I do need a cup of water.
Yeah. Did you want
I already forgot. Just just like a half a cup. Thank you.
Okay, so like, what part are you gonna? I guess, what part are you gonna? This guy, what is it gonna be called?
Well, it's a Labbit.
Oh, it's a Labbit.
It's a Labbit. It's made by Frank Kozik, who it's manufactured by Kid Robot. So they make a bunch of vinyl figures, and it's just like a wacky little pig rabbit thing with the mustache.
Cool.
And thank you, dude. Perfect. And different artists do different things with them, and they release them, and some people just customize them. So I'm gonna paint on him. I'm gonna paint one of my avocados, and hopefully it doesn't suck. And Fifi, you'll love it.
Yeah, Fifi's gonna love it.
She's gonna love it. I know it.
You can already put your little pen on. You'll be ready for that.
Oh no, I haven't put it on. I should.
So he's gonna paint with some green as his first color.
I'm using some green.
Do you have a specific shade that you like to use as the avocado color?
A specific what?
Like shade of green?
No, it really depends on what's going to go in the background. Because sometimes certain colors work better together. So there's a bunch of different types of greens, and if I'm going to use purple in the background, I'll use a specific green. And if I'm going to use blues or something else, I'll use some a little more pale.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, nice.
But you do, I was gonna say some pastel color, green too, right?
Yeah, that like viridian hue.
Yeah.
I love that color. So whenever I use purple, I use that viridian, and they just complement each other really well.
They do, yes.
So you've been playing with the, how would I put it, with different gradations of the green. Yeah, I mean like just from like its teal form to this aqua green to just a dark green.
Probably tried a ton of different greens, and they all get a different effect, and it really depends on what other color is going to be used. What colors I have on me, maybe.
Right. And then, wait, this is oil?
No, this is acrylic. Whenever
That's
I
acrylic.
paint on vinyl, on the figures we use acrylic, and then afterwards I'll spray them with a gloss, so it doesn't scratch. Like the avocado guy, I still got to do a couple got to touch them up, and then I'm gonna spray him with a clear coat. So.
Oh, okay. Right now he still feels
Yeah, he took a spill last weekend.
a spill.
Yeah, he fell. He thought he was cool.
What happened to him?
He got a scuff on his forehead.
Oh, Angel noticed it real quick. And I mean, this is another kind of paint, right?
That's acrylic. So the green on him is spray paint, and then the brown on the wooden dowel or the wooden ball is acrylic.
And you would glaze them both with the same?
Yeah, I'm gonna spray them both with the same thing.
Oh,
And
okay.
it'll be like glossy, and it should look nice.
Cool.
For the
At least it
wood,
won't scratch.
for the wood, did you have to shape it into a
The
sphere?
wood, no, it was already round. I just had to cut the hole to size, and then whatever type of glue or whatever I was using.
Did you use it from the, what's that game called?
My switchblade?
No, the the wood. It's that my coworker has that game. It's like our roommate has that
Ball in
game.
a cup.
Yeah, the ball in a cup.
Oh, you were talking about? I was
Yeah.
being sarcastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that's where you got it from. I was like, it's such a perfect sphere.
It's ball in a cup.
The ball in a cup.
If you don't make it, it's attached to a string.
I mean, it's really interesting. So this is its own kid robot.
Yeah, Kid Robot makes the figures. They're a really cool company. They make the Dunny, the Money, and the Labbit. And then they
Right.
also do licensed stuff like Simpsons and South Park, which I fucking love.
Nice.
The Family Guy and all that fun stuff. They also do like video game stuff, and they do plushes or whatever's cool.
That's really cool.
Cool kids.
It's like one artist and you support his art and then you create with it, you know?
Yeah, it's cool because you get something somebody else created and just put your own twist on it.
And you would think people would be like scared to do that more. I mean, well, I feel like when they do collaborations like that, they don't want to be like, oh no, that's his work, you know, like why would I?
Well, that's
mess with it?
definitely not cool when you're just grabbing someone's someone's actual work. But these are like, it's a whole thing. People customize these, and that's what, ultimately, that's what they're for.
That's what they're for, right?
Yeah. So that's cool. You
Yeah.
know, but if I were to like go and just start copying my buddy Eric's spray cans or something like that and doing it exactly like that, then it would be different. But painting on these is fine.
That's cool.
It's not different.
No,
It's
yeah, I'm sure.
Sure.
I'm sure.
We'll get a cease and desist letter.
From Kid Robot.
Stop touching our toys.
Yo, no.
Ruining our brand.
No, you never know. He'll sponsor you with a bunch.
We're not advocates for good health.
Yeah, I feel like a spokesman now for Kid Robot. I'm
I
not
mean,
affiliated.
he's like, no, I'm not affiliated. No, I mean,
But
I think
you do
it's,
partake in
I dabble.
dabble with
I
the
dabble.
right.
we all have to, you know,
We all
to,
dabble a bit.
No, but
to
that's-
learn and to
Maybe.
progress.
Right.
I mean, we can't be shy to collaborate with artists, you know.
Collaborating's fun.
It's
and it brings
important.
two different, like, little worlds together. Like, someone will have their own fan base and their own style, their own little world, and then they work with somebody else, and then
and it just blooms.
everybody's just like a cool
everybody
little-
grows, everybody learns something new, and especially their fan base. They know that their artist is willing to like step outside its boundaries and
Yeah,
do
what's
something different.
comfortable.
You know what I mean? Do something different, and that's always admirable. I'm like, people keep pushing stuff like this. Just venturing out and doing different
Yeah,
things together.
and all the artists, most of the artists, we all know each other, and everybody's friends, and they're all sweethearts, they're all super cool people, so it makes it more fun when it's a cool person that you know and you see all the time.
and within your friends as artists, now that you started with the Avocado, has anybody given you a name as the Avocado man, the Avocado guy? Or
Well, I've been called the avocado guy, which is pretty funny, but I don't have like any nicknames or anything. It's fine. Nicknames are funny. They're either really awesome or they're sort of embarrassing. So I'm okay with no nickname.
But it's interesting because just having an image and people having you represent that image. Yeah, I mean, especially your avocado figure. And like you said, you have heard people call you the avocado guy. So it's just, do you see yourself as eventually being this image, or just just still being Jesse, still doing your art, but still dabbling within the avocado as scenery?
Well, the whole avocado thing was just sort of happened. So if that's what people want to call me, that's fine. But I do a lot of stuff besides avocados too. I do like a lot of avocados. I do like the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
fun,
I
right?
see.
fan art
And it's funny that you do the Star Wars Virgin Mary imitation. The last artist that was here, his name was Ariel. He did what was it? A Marge, a Virgin Marge.
Marge Simpson?
Marge Simpson, yeah, like a Virgin Marge, right?
It was Barney as a Virgin Mary?
No, it wasn't Barney.
Either one would be fine.
No. Marge was the Virgin Mary. Barney was the Sirena, as in the old school card. What's that card game called? Loteria.
Loteria?
Yeah, he
That's
did
pretty
he did
awesome.
Barney as the
As the
Sirena.
drunk?
Yeah, as the Sirena drunk.
That's awesome. Simpsons reference art is there's just so much to pick on, like to draw from. There's so many episodes, and the characters are so classic that you can mix it with almost anything, and you're gonna be just fine.
Right.
As long as you're somewhat clever.
So it's
Is
kind
this the kind of glaze you use?
I'm sorry.
Or what is this like material on it?
So that's not an original. That's a print.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's,
okay, cool.
It's laid down and they put this like oil-based clear coat over it.
It's really
So
cool.
you
Give
can-
it a
you
really
can wipe it down with a rag or whatever.
interesting texture.
It gives it like almost the actual feel to
Sort of like an oil painting.
yeah, or like acrylic painting, like just a wash kind of thing.
It's aesthetically
That's
pleasing
good.
and interactive.
Right, that's good. That's good.
Go rub on
And
it.
and for a piece that size, it's it original size or did you have to shrink it down?
That's shrunken down. The original is a 24 by 36, so it's pretty large.
Nice.
And that's a small version.
Oh, wow, damn. I imagine it a little smaller.
It's just too many details to paint the original as a small one. There's a lot of, R2 has little lines and a lot
Right.
of blending in there.
Yeah.
That piece actually took 92 hours. That's when I
That was gonna be my second
first
question.
learning how to paint.
Oh, wow.
And I was extremely slow, not just slow. And it took forever to finish that guy.
Right.
But I love it. It's one of my more popular paintings because who doesn't love R2?
Right.
I'm assuming that's why. Everybody loves R2.
Everybody loves Star
Hard
Wars.
to go wrong, yeah.
Right. It's hard to go by.
Is he a guide? Or
Everything
guide.
comes down to R2. You
Oh,
can't have Star Wars without
Art.
R2.
I don't know. I never gave him a gender. I would
No,
say.
not a guy, like a guide.
Oh.
What
I was like,
gender?
I don't know what gender.
R2
to
is
give.
gender neutral.
Oh.
It's sepia though.
He's changing. He's gonna switch it up on us. He's gonna
Sepia though. I don't know.
see through that guy.
I still have my my
Coming
doubts
out
on it.
Oh,
Sorry,
man. What
Star
about
Wars language, but I gotta
the
feel you.
bunny is, I
gotta
mean,
feel
the
you.
bunny slash, what did you say it was?
I don't know what it technically was supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
But it's
like
called
a
a
little,
labbit.
a labbit, a
labbit?
little
Yeah.
puerquito.
I'm sure
maybe.
somebody knows. I'm just lame.
Yes, I like the mustache though.
Yeah, the mustache is funny, and he always has a butt, which is really funny too.
Oh, I thought it was a little,
There's that butt.
just a stain on the.
No, that's so you know. Labbits are people too.
They have
Oh.
feelings.
Yeah.
Feelings too. But did you? So you said the one that you designed on the avocado. Have you designed any of your other tattoos?
Yeah, I designed actually most of my tattoos.
Oh, nice.
I didn't do them. I did a couple of them, but my artist, I would draw it up. My artist would do his thing with it, and then he'd obviously make it way better, and then tattoo it on me. Yeah, I always had this wild ass sloppy, dreamy tattoos, and he would be like, "How about we lose this?" And I was like, "All right, that's way better."
You know what? How about we minimize it into an actual image before we just put all of it?
Yeah, how
in there?
about we get rid of the whole galactic battle and destroyed battleships? That never happened.
The dark, that's dark. Don't put it in there. Don't.
Yeah, or just do a regular,
Avocado
yeah,
strip.
with some roses or something. Just keep it classy.
Right. But that's good though that you have knowledge of both worlds and you were able to implement them into your art, which was the flash work that you do, and then also just the work off your head. You know what I mean? Just the avocado itself, or just putting different figures or different characters, iconic characters into different scenarios. And how do you feel about when people see R2, as the Virgin? Some people do they tell you, do they take offense of it, or do they just kind of just slick about it?
That's a great question. Yes, absolutely. Some people get really pissed off, and that's fine. At least they're passionate about something, and they're willing to get upset about something that I don't think they should get upset about it. But
Your art motivated them.
yeah, piss them off,
Even though-
change their day.
You know,
Right.
at least
I don't
it's an
wanna make
emotion.
my goal's not to make anybody mad, but basically, with the religious stuff, I spent a lot of time with my grandma when I was a kid, and in her room she had all the religious statues and the candles and all the artwork, and so when I was a kid, that was the epitome of passion, So when I got older, it's I'm gonna paint things that I correlate with passion, but I'm gonna use things that I'm actually passionate about. So the nerdy
It's
stuff or whatever, whatever I'm
It's
into.
like both of
so,
our worlds.
So I'll still instill a little bit of that and put in something that I'm honestly thinking about.
Right, because right now, like I said, everybody, that has devoted themselves or are pushing themselves to, to like a greenery, just eating habit, have implemented certain iconic, fruits like the potato, the grapefruit, or the avocado, the asparagus, or certain fruits or vegetables, as their, as their main, source.
It's like their spirit animal.
The spirit animal, yes. There we go. That's the right term.
I could see it as a big like piece, on a wall or something, like a big avocado, at the moment.
Just a big avocado chilling on the wall. That would be cool.
Just as a moment of art, Sometimes people even just put like portraits or, but fruit or like, it's a vegetable, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's a fruit.
The fruit?
Yeah, it's fruit. Everything that's got a seed is a fruit.
Okay, there you go.
And then if it's a vegetable, it may have like those tiny little seeds, but like cucumber, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know, maybe not.
I remember that was always the
blowing my
question,
mind
is
right
it a
now.
fruit or is it a vegetable?
Who knows? But I know avocado's a fruit.
Yeah.
There we go. That's all that matters right now.
Right
later
now, at this
on,
moment.
the cucumber thing, we can figure it out.
Let me see where you started off.
So I'll do all the color first, and then I'll do a black outline. So like the tattoo flash.
Oh,
I'll do
okay.
the black outline at the very end. And then
Nice.
tie it all,
That's tight.
make it look not shitty.
Yeah,
Or
some
less
people start with their outline or first and then they'll color in.
Yeah, a lot of
and
people
some
do
do
that.
the opposite.
Yeah,
It's just what they feel comfortable with probably, huh?
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
And YouTube's probably not the best place to learn how to paint. So.
Which way does YouTube teach? Like shading in the inside first and then the outside, or the outside first and then the inside?
Everybody does something different, I guess. Well,
It depends on the
for the
artist,
most
huh?
part. Yeah,
You're right.
and I'm sure there's a right way to do it. But I don't know.
The little avocado.
It gets done and it looks decent, and I have fun doing it.
I have a,
And people enjoy it.
yeah, definitely. What was I gonna say? How would we include it? I mean, of course, because we do photography and stuff. We'll like go to different events. One of them is called like TFTI, where you go and you meet up with a bunch of photographers, models, different kinds of artists, or you just go to hang out. And I'm thinking like, how can I incorporate like an artist out there? Some of them, people do face painting, and so that's how paint gets out there.
That's cool. I've never face painted. Is that where like the dudes like blow fire and stuff, and they do like the?
Yes.
That's cool. I went to
There's
a
a
couple
bunch
of
of
those with my
different.
buddy.
There you go.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
It is. It's very interesting. It's an underground, very live world.
Yeah, you don't know what to expect, and everybody's
Just
everybody's doing
being
something
super
weird.
creative.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it also, they said that it's a place where you can be with people, even if you're not accepted in other places.
Yeah, those little meetups are rad. I went with my buddy Eric from No Reason. It's KNWRZN, spelled weird, but
Nice.
and
Come on,
he has
baby.
like a cool little hat company, and they just go and they have cool like models, and everybody's taking different pictures.
You're
of, like,
right. That's how we could include it if your art was on a shirt or
There you
something,
go.
and then that's how
I'm gonna
model
make
would-
sure it's soon. So
Okay, cool.
Then we could do that. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd be into it.
Yeah, I mean, we could model next to your paintings or something too,
Or I could just go hang out.
Yeah, you could, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like, definitely, it's a place where it's very inclusive. Just like art, in the art world. Just because maybe you can't paint with oils, or you can't take a picture, or you think you can't, you can definitely always create things. Like make plant arrangement, like Eska Interior Love tries to promote, or which is our plant small business that we have, where we make plants out of like antiques.
That's cool.
We try to make them like accessible for like the indoor or outdoor experience. Just like I see with you too, like your paintings are really cool for like lots of different environments. I can see them in cafes or in a home, in a nice living room. Or I really like pins that are so fun and bubbly. you know, and very clean. I like them.
Thank you.
And then also, your stickers are very bright and present, and they have like a character that, and a lot of 90s kids that are right now very active, not just 90s but 80s and all of our brothers, you know, but and 70s and